find those when you're in the collegial environments, finding your people on the campus. And that could be from student organizations, maybe working in the president's office, or finding some administrators you can connect with. But try to plug in to a couple of organizations, one that even stretches you. It may not be one that you're really connected to, aligned with,
Mhm.
but you may learn something and find new advocates that you may be able to utilize for future endeavors. Once you graduate and you're in the workforce, you may end up working with some of those individuals.
Okay, and so I have a follow up question behind that because, like you said, it can be two different ways, right? You can not have the community, and you could have a community.
Mhm.
What would you tell the person that does not have the community and all they have is themselves pushing them to do this? I mean, I'm gonna say me for instance, right?
Mhm.
It's just me, and I am doing this all everything that I am doing or I am accomplishing or completing is I'm doing it. I'm pushing myself right to do these things. What advice would you give me? Because sometimes I wake up and be like, you know what? I don't know if I can do it today.
Yes.
I want to give up. I'm not gonna lie, I do have those times. But what advice would you give me if you don't have that?
Mhm.
Now I do have friends. I do have friends that say, you're doing a good job. You're doing what you. But as far as a village or a community, I don't have that. So,
Mm.
what type of advice would you give me?
Sure. I would say that just connect with individuals. Like, okay, for example, um, if you're having a rough day, you can't work on an assignment. You may want to bounce something off someone.
Hmm.
Contact somebody like me.
Hmm. Hmm.
The people you interview, people
Hmm.
you come in contact with, create your little network,
Hmm.
right? Create
Hmm.
your little group chat and just say, look, I'm working on a paper. Um, can one of you, review something, or I may want to bounce an idea off of someone.
Hmm.
And then that way you just kind of, extending that net, right?
Yeah.
Or even if you're taking classes and they may be online classes, connect with somebody in your class,
Okay.
and just say, I like your work.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think your work is something that I can relate to
Hmm.
or respect or something like that, and
Hmm.
just say, look, can we work together on something, or can we just like get some coffee,
Hmm.
or the virtual chat, or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
um, is just being open to those conversations. All
Okay.
right, it's almost like when you start a new job,
Mhm.
and you got it on your own. No one connected you